video in the 4-part video series around letting go and living your fullest and most freest sense of self. Welcome. I am so happy you're here. I'm happy you're back if you were here with us the first time. And if you weren't, go ahead and watch that. Yes. My name is Jen Ross, like I said. A little bit about me. I am a therapist and a coach and a mentor. I wear a lot of different hats. At my core, I'm an educator who is super passionate about demystifying the breakthrough process for you. Okay, today's video is all about connecting to your deepest sense of self. So last video, I asked you to consider some pretty big questions, and I'm curious how you feel. Do you feel numb? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling super happy to have moved through some of that? All of that is so normal. I want you to know that. You're in the right place, and now you might be asking yourself, now what? Okay, so here's what's next. We are going to create a map to your body that's unique to your body so that you have this with you everywhere you go, okay? So we're going to create a map. The first thing that I want to do is I want to define the difference between an emotion and a sensation. Both of these things live inside of our body system, so it's super important to know what both of these things are. So an emotion, which you've probably heard a million times, is like sad, angry, happy, frustrated, disappointed. You may have seen that little wheel with that little person that goes around and the emotions change as the names change. That's an emotion. Okay, so a sensation. A sensation is far more individualized than an emotion is. So an emotion is more something that everyone experiences. Sensations also, everyone experiences them, but they're unique to you specifically. So again, this is where we come into creating a map, okay? So let me give you an example. For instance, your best friend cancels on you for dinner. Great. So what do you feel inside? What is your emotion inside? Perhaps you feel disappointed or sad or angry, okay? Those are the emotions. If I ask you what your sensation is, it may sound something like, I feel like I have a grapefruit-sized lump in my throat. That's a sensation. It's much more nuanced than an emotion, okay? It's super fun and super cool to start to understand this body map. And what's so cool about it is that it's kind of like having your own GPS, your own Google map in your system, right? So think of Google Maps. You pull up, the address of your favorite restaurant, and Google takes you in the most direct route. Right? It doesn't take you through the field or over through, swamps. It takes you in the route that's going to be most directional, and also it's going to take you in the route that has the least amount of traffic, the least amount of congestion. So tracking your sensations, mapping out your sensations, it's like having your own Google map. It's a direct route into your deepest sense of self. And today's video being all about your deepest sense of self, this is your golden ticket in. This is your way through. So you may be asking yourself, well, how do I start to orient to my feelings and my sensations? Okay, here's how we do it. First of all, let me say that we are conditioned in our society to really numb out to these sensations and these feelings inside of our own systems. So if you've been doing that, please know that there is no shame and no guilt in that whatsoever, okay? We are encouraged to smoke, to drink, to be on Facebook all the time, to use food. These are the ways that our culture has designed us to numb out to our own feelings and our own sensations. It's super common not to feel your deepest sense of self, because do you think that the grapefruit-sized lump in your throat feels good? No, it doesn't feel good. So it's super common for you to want to run from that, okay? But the problem here is that when you move away from the bad sensations, you also begin to move away from all the good ones that are in there. And that's a major issue. So what happens is that these sensations and these feelings, they're trying to get your attention. They're like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And we're like, no, we're going as far away from them as we possibly can. And that's when the breakdown happens. Okay, so if all of this is completely new to you, trust me, it is completely new to a lot of people. So you are in good hands. So we're going to do an exercise that is going to help you orient to your feelings and your sensations, to your deepest sense of self, which is why we're here, right? Okay, so take out the journal that you used last time, take out a piece of paper and pen, or pull up the notes on your computer. You're going to want to hold on to this, so use something that you're not just going to dispose of, okay? Great. So for the next 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to write down all the descriptive words that you can think of, okay? This is your time to have fun. Be as creative and imaginative as you would like. So I'm just going to give you a couple of examples. Words like lumpy, tingly, hard, heavy, whimsical, or like the consistency of a rotten tomato, or rainbow-ish. Okay, so let yourself be creative. Go ahead, set your timer for 2 to 3 minutes. Do this activity, pause the video, and then come on back when you're done. Okay, welcome back. So how'd that go? Hopefully it went well. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through a body exercise. So I want you to go ahead and actually move the piece of paper out of the way and make sure that you're in a comfortable position. So if you're seated in your seat, make sure that your feet are on the floor and that your back is against the back of the chair. If you're on the floor, make sure that you're cross-legged. Okay, I'd like you to be sitting up. So if you're laying down, go ahead and sit up right now. And then we'll go ahead and take one hand on our heart and we're going to take one hand on our belly, and I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. So I'm going to do this activity with you, okay? So one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, closing the eyes, and all I want you to do is start to breathe. Good, and then I want you to go ahead and breathe into your belly, so the hand that's on your belly, and your chest, the hand that's on your chest. So you may feel your hands lifting as you inhale, and then lowering a little bit more towards your body as you exhale. Okay, that's the purpose here. I really want you to start to feel your breath, which is why I have you with your hands on your body. So go ahead and take 3 more big breaths with your hands right there on your chest and your belly. Okay, so one big inhale together. Filling up, feeling the hands lift, and then an exhale together, feeling the hands lower. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Yeah, you're doing awesome. Exhale. Okay, 1 more. Inhale. Good, and exhale. Okay, so we finished the 3 breaths, and now what I want you to do is take 3 more breaths, and this time see if you can check in with the feelings and more specifically the sensations in your body. So what feelings are arising for you sitting here breathing? Okay, that's the first thing. And then the second thing is, what sensations are in your body, or what's happening inside of your body? Is it heavy? Is it lumpy? And this is where that list comes in, okay? So you can remember that list right now as you start to notice the sensations in your body. Good, so 3 more breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. 2 more. Remember to notice your feelings and sensations. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Last one. Remember your sensations and your feelings. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Then you can bow your mind to your heart. So just tip the chin to the chest. Let the hands down. Blink open the eyes. and then very gently lifting your chin. So just coming back to the screen nice and slowly. Okay, great. Welcome back from that. We're going to go ahead and use your descriptive words now. So I asked you to pay attention to the sensations and the feelings in your body, and now what I want you to do is go ahead and write down 3 different sensations that were happening in your body using your descriptive words. Okay, so if you use the word consistency like a rotten tomato, and that was what was happening in your body, you're going to go, okay, foot felt like the consistency of a rotten tomato. Okay, or more likely, you may go, head felt tingly, or tailbone or seat felt numb, or arms felt spacious. Okay, great. So take 1 minute, set your clock, write down 3 of those, and then come on back. I'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back. So the last part to this video is how do we move those feelings and sensations through our body, okay? Because remember, I spoke earlier about how as a culture, we're very conditioned to numb out. We're also very conditioned to over-identify with our feelings in this culture. So, for instance, I feel awesome, and so I move to hold on to that feeling so tightly that I'm not feeling anything else, okay? So moving the sensations and the feelings through are really a crucial part to letting go. It's a crucial part to being a fluid human being. So here's how we're going to do this, okay? So you're going to take one of those sensations that you identified on your piece of paper, okay, in your body, and you're going to move towards that sensation. So I know to some of you this is like super scary. Like, why would I move towards the grapefruit-sized lump in my throat, okay? Or why would I move towards sadness? You're asking me to do that? I am. I'm here with you fully, okay? So you're going to take a really nice deep breath. You're maybe not going to pick the scariest one on your sheet for right now, okay? You're probably going to pick the least scariest one on your sheet right now, okay? So either the least scariest emotion that you were feeling when we did the body exercise, or the least scariest sensation that you were feeling when we did the body exercise, okay? Good. So you have that? Great. So now I'm going to ask you to go ahead and take one step towards that feeling or sensation. What does that mean? Okay? Yes, you're very likely asking yourself that. It means go ahead and give yourself permission to move closer to that, so to really feel the sadness, if the sadness is what it is, or to really feel the grapefruit-sized lump in your throat, if that's what it is. So I want you to move closer to the feeling or closer to the sensation, just by inviting it in, saying yes to this, okay? So go ahead and do that now. Great, and now what I want you to do is ask yourself what you need. So, wow, I took a step closer to my sadness. I feel my sadness more now. Or I took a step closer to that grapefruit-sized lump in my throat. I can really feel that now. Well, what do you need? Okay, that's the question. Do you need to like shake your head a little bit? Do you need to close your eyes? Do you need to stand up? Do you need to hug yourself? Do you need to call a friend? Do that after the video. What do you need? Actually, don't call a friend, because it's right now in this very moment. What do you need? Okay? And I want you to do that for yourself. So what do you need right now? And go ahead and do that. Okay, great. Now I'm going to ask you to take one more small step towards the feeling or the emotion. Okay? So invite it again. Say yes to it again. Get a little bit closer to it as opposed to away from it. Good. Now ask yourself again, what do you need? Right here in this moment, okay? How can you soothe yourself a little? Not take a drink, not have a smoke. And I believe in moderation, by the way. But what can you do right now to really help yourself with this movement towards these really uncomfortable feelings. Okay, are we starting to see a pattern here? We're gonna do it one more time. So take one more step towards the feeling or the sensation, and then ask yourself again, what do you need? This is the pattern. This is what I want you to start to employ. So move closer, what do you need? Move closer, what do you need? It's also called titration. We go a little bit in, we ask ourselves what we need, we come back. We go a little bit in, we ask ourselves what we need, we come back. So it's not overwhelm, right? But you are identifying with this feeling and you're letting it move through your system. It's really good work. Nice job. So based on what was revealed to you today in creating your body map and orienting towards your feelings and your sensations, and what was also revealed to you last video, okay, what is it that you need to let go of? Okay, I want you to identify that today. It may change, so you don't have to over-identify with this either. But for this purpose, for the next 2 videos, I want you to have something. So what do you need to let go of? Based on what we did today and based on what we did in the last video. You can go ahead and write it down in the comments below. I would so love that. It would be great. And listen, if you're feeling like you need extra support, because this stuff is really, really big, I want you to reach out to me. Go to liveyourfreedom.com and I offer one-on-one sessions via Skype. And I really love what I do. I would be so honored to support you in this process. It's big, big stuff. You are taking steps to your freedom and I honor that so deeply. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you next video.